belly, but I don't drink any beer. It's more like a burrito belly.
You know, like
I do have those.
You can lose
four on the way here.
If you fast, you can lose so much weight.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. It's hard to discipline yourself to just like stop eating.
Mhm.
But when I went to prison, like there would be 5-day stretches where I would not eat.
Why?
Like I just lose weight. I lost 35 pounds when I was in prison.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In 2 months.
You know what's crazy? If you look at, I don't know if you probably don't, but Mike the Situation Sorrentino from Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Right. He was fat. You know, like during the last. So it's called the Jersey Shore Family Vacation. They came back. The show came back, and it's just as funny as it was way back when. But Mike used to eat a lot because he was having his tax problems and he was about to go to jail. He came out and he's like a legit bodybuilder, like massive arms, as big as it, probably bigger than he was.
Came out on the show or came out of jail? I got confused.
Came out of jail. Came out of jail in the show.
Okay.
So he went to jail during the. It's a weird thing, but it was crazy. Now this is the one that's gonna blow your mind. Sundance Di Giovanni, you guys all know him, came on my podcast July 4th, or 3 days before July 4th. Okay. He was a grown man. He was a little bit overweight. This dude didn't eat solids for, I believe, 30 days. Right? It was just the right amount of whatever things that you need to have on a daily basis.
Protein and fat through shakes and stuff, I assume.
No. It's just, I think, I don't remember. I have the text somewhere. But he didn't eat any of that. It was just antibiotics. Is that what it's called? No, not antibiotics.
Vitamins.
Yeah, just vitamins. Yeah, exactly. Vitamins. What is that? Probiotics. Sorry. Probiotics, vitamins in his water for an entire month. And you could not believe the way this dude looked. I had just seen him like the month prior, and then we show up at an MLG event, and he was walking towards me. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? I look at him, and I'm like, what the hell, bro? His face, if you look him up right now, his face is super. He looks like he's 20 years old, the dude. And all from not eating anything. He's like, I had a hot dog and a burger on July 4th, and I never ate again. And I mean, he's back to it. But he had to.
That guy.
Yeah, he had to do broth first to reactivate the old engine, and then he started to moving on to solids. And I was like, I cannot believe. Like, question is, what do you shit if all you're doing is eating water? So you don't poop.
Mm-mm.
No, you have to poop. Right?
No,
like if you don't use it, you lose it. Like your intestines.
It's like no.
Kyle didn't poop for 16 days.
Yeah, it was 14. I thought it was it was 15 or 16 days or something like that.
Is this camera fucked up anywhere else?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
it's you.
No,
it flickered for a moment.
Your camera's a little Joker-esque right now. For me.
Yeah, man.
Mine?
Yeah.
You're really going for it, huh?
Like right now, it's.
Yeah,
it's like scrambled. It's like scrambled.
Really?
This is the porn I watched in the 80s.
So please tell me, you didn't poop for 16 days. Explain that. How did you feel that you had to poop? Was there ever a thought, like, I have to?
No. I just there wasn't enough food going in to like have to go. So the camera's fucked up now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't see anything wrong. I'll leave the call and join back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been super disciplined in my diet recently. If recently means yesterday and today.
Is that?
Yeah, you're fixed, Kyle. You're all good.
Weird. I think that's a symptom I've never had before. Maybe, right?
I have. Yeah, that's not a normal issue.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
So what's your diet now?
Now it's just moderation, like just not eating too much of anything. Like for breakfast, I had like a really small sirloin steak and some scrambled eggs, and then for dinner, I had a grilled chicken sandwich.
I'm Mexican. I can't do that. What were you about to say, Woody?
I was half making a joke, just that I haven't cheated at all in 2 days. That's not very long, but
I like Mexican food too. I cook a lot, so I'll make fajitas or I'll make carne asada or something like that. Just less of it. I made
rice, beans. Who am I if I don't eat those things?
A couple of days ago, I made homemade Crunchwrap Supremes. Mm-hmm. They were so fucking good. Let me see if I've got a picture somewhere. I'm gonna move the picture to over here. I'll have to get it off my phone. But I'd never done that before. Taco Bell has the Crunchwrap Supremes. Yeah. But it's kind of, there's a lot of YouTube videos and stuff online about like how to make them at home. and I made them, and they were amazing. They're so much better than fucking Taco Bell.
For sure.
But I like to cook. I cook a lot. That's the big thing I watch on YouTube now is like various cooking shows, and that's probably my biggest hobby right now is cooking too. I do a lot of cooking. God, my eyes burn.
Yeah, dude, you gotta. If I were you, I'd go take care of that, dude. Just take that shit off.
I put it's good. This is not a simple like
but permanent
off kind of
eye
thing.
damage.
I need permanent eye hand. I put some eye drops in a moment ago. That helped a little bit.
No, that's just gonna reactivate the enzymes in the paint, dude.
The goo.
You just made that up.
Don't reactivate the enzymes.
Not the enzymes of the paint, dude.
You're a dead man now. Yeah, you would think they would make this paint not burn your eyes. Or of course, I guess they thought I was smart enough not to like paint my bottom eyelid.
Yeah,
but it just seemed like the way to go at the time.
Ooh, this is an interesting question. It's from the Ask Me Anything, the Patreon questions, and it's for Kyle. You were in prison with people who've been in for over a decade. Did you have to explain YouTube or the internet to guys who've never used it before their time in prison?
Excellent question.
They understood that. Like nobody. I thought that there would be some people who were just like almost like time travelers. They were so like, they'd been in for so long or whatever, but that wasn't really the case. They understood the internet. There were definitely people that I explained like what I did and like how that worked for sure. Like my buddy Snow, I explained that to him over the course of. I must have explained it to him 3 or 4 fucking times. If you asked him today, he probably still doesn't know. But like, I broke it down as best I could and explained what I had done in the past and what I did now. And yeah, there were some people I explained that sort of thing to. But there were a lot of guys that were really hip to that sort of thing and got it. There were several guys that were in there for internet-based crimes, where it was identity theft, or they had like they were coders or programmers or sysadmins and using that access that they had to a company's data banks, they were able to siphon money. They were the watchdog, so they were the guy that was. If anybody was going to catch some money getting siphoned out, it was going to be them. And they it's not like they had a guy looking over their shoulder, so they could just do it. It was almost like that scheme from Office Space, stuff like that.
I was thinking about it on a drive recently. When I worked at Cisco, it was one of the early companies to do e-commerce. There was a time when Cisco was like the second largest e-commerce person in terms of revenue. Anyway, Cisco kept credit card numbers in what they call clear text, like it wasn't encrypted or anything. And I had access to the production databases because sometimes you'd need that for my job. And I ran queries against it just out of curiosity, straight up like, all right, show me all the credit card numbers that aren't expired right now. Thousands. And I was like, all right, probably should end our curiosity right here. But they were there. That like I had all the numbers I needed. I could have done silly things. Yeah. One
guy was explaining in general terms, because you don't want to admit to like specific crimes in prison because somebody might just go tell on you to get time taken off of themselves. But he was in there for a crime he did not commit, and he was like, I didn't do it. He's like, what they said I did, I absolutely had nothing to do with that, and I could prove that I didn't do it. I was like, well, why are you here? He's like, well, if I hadn't pled guilty to what they accused me of, they'd have kept digging and they'd have found what I actually did. I love that story. He was one of those guys who was like some sort of guy, some sort of like tech guy for a large corporation, and the money was kind of flowing past him, not necessarily through him, but like he was like keeping the gears turning on the e-commerce side of things. And I guess they accused him of one thing, and he was just like, his lawyer was like, wait, you did this too? He's like, yeah, I actually did do this thing. He's like, they haven't mentioned that. I don't think they know about it. He's like, well, if they keep digging, they're going to find it. He's like, well, we got to plead guilty to this other little thing. You'll do 1.5 years and you'll be out.
Damn. Yeah, clear text numbers, and also I don't want to give much away. I don't know if the system's still live, but the way that the security worked was predictable if you were hip to it.
So if I was going to rob Cisco, how would I best do it, Woody?
I could. Yeah. And not really rob Cisco, rob their customers. And, you know,
better.
Yeah, I could just like add free shit to their order, add line items to the order, and it would be no trouble. Now, I don't know how to not get caught, right? Like, how do I send things to me? Do we send it here at home? But,
you would oh, maybe like transfer it to some sort of crypto, right?
Oh, well, this would be physical items, this particular
scam
okay. I could figure out.
Okay.
Like, the things Cisco sells can be very expensive, $250,000, $1 million.
Yeah,
right? So, like, but now what do I do with it? How do I get it? Are we going to have it mailed someplace? There are no cameras.
Like, maybe you'd want to like buy it and then immediately sell it, and it would never be shipped to you. It'd be shipped to the person who knew they were buying a stolen thing.
Oh.
Like maybe you've got a $250,000 machine and you sell it for $25,000 to some nefarious person who's like some James Bond villain.
Right.
And you know.